Untie ni nyina esi ansa mo jimie sebe mo de aba platforms ready di obi maame me obi maame o me obi maame me obi maame na me wo fie so anka ope what dey me channel me obi maame na me wo fie anka ope pa wo fie obi eni wa yenim no obi eni wa oye popular wo fie o sebe mo mu bi no obi a. And I won't even say those here on my app watching me or my personal friends. But some of the things I post on my Facebook page. Some of the people who claim to be friends, who like or who has followed me and are begged to be followed. Omoka who be lady matter. Yeah, Monjing. I keep saying Mumubi. Before I'm over Casamon because say Onia TV, Onia FM, a post BB. Now when TNC, now to 1 hour can quasi send the matter, and now me post BB. Now didn't went TNC, now can quasi some sabi. Carrots in the boots, and they boot for boot, and I consa. Better natural. You will share, you will find people say, oh, yeah, me feel me, I understand. But sometimes you need to pump in some sense into some people. A be a chimney, a be yare, because we be post to be na your dad, watching. Obi ka bibi na when in your watch, watching. And what's now can't quasi as I said, Obi a man woman. I don't mind, me no mammy. And you know nearby. It doesn't matter how you see me. I'm not even a bush your man carpet. You'll be mammy, me, you'll be mammy, you'll be yere. Men ware wo bema wo kra so ye bema mumu bisimo ye ma seme mumu bi ama mobra mo wo brabo a ne ne sem de bia muti social media di atem no kabara mo ne abre page ma bia you come and comment briefly and you go your way and GH positive electoral don't mind them senior sweet sometimes you need to the bia you have to put them in their place me oba me pe baby adru ababom enti say advocate for ma na bi kasa no man kasa ya we should be able to point it out any politics because nipa no a Ghana for to abama omon any NDC for nkwa to you and I will feel so ye NDC ni a wo nya NDC ni same and I also ye MPP ni a wo nya MPP ni same because those people who lead you they are people we rock with ye ni omonanam they know us very well they know our feeling and who we like and love. Own him. And today Jimmy is having our social media now. Oh, you know, in the best of the it won't change anything. It won't change the love that people have. As Santi Jai Jimmy, you know. What I say I also maybe woman issues with a lot of prayer. Sometimes I feel so brave. And now the emotions so kasa. It gives him up. It makes it look like I say emotional intelligence, like how you can calm down. See how I feel you're marking sometimes, or even Patrick Papa sometimes, he will say what he wants to say. But Obiane said your casa. You can also blame him. Obiane said your casa. And it said your personal cancer. But it comes out negative. It doesn't papa. And look, the same way former first lady, a disrespected speaker, I boldly said it. Now look, if you don't have the stomach to become a politician or a politician's wife, don't venture. Because there's no way any minority, whether it's MPP or NDC in minority, ever can be papa be a dear president in parliament. No, can I say no, the president or be there. So, person, tipo, yes, person, you block what you know, say you wouldn't get what you want there. And how she handled herself during the final State of the Nation address. Yeah, it wasn't appropriate. We didn't even know her like that. And the way she went about it, for Christ's sake. Now, you. Likewise, this woman, and I've said she's beautiful. I like her. Don't make that mistake. But for you to call another man, not a silly man, silly child, not silly man, silly child, for whatever it is that he did to provoke you. We are politicians, so stomach. Because if the president can swear you in and tell you, he doesn't want it. Annoh Yaa the things he felt went wrong in the other government are echo. Some of the appointees, Kasafin, any say, Nipano, so you don't start in that manner. So that Nipano, no drain, what's in the baby, a gun of what to Abaman. Yeah, for or being father Samuel could be in the show. Because on what way, won't tell the Numkasa in that manner. Won't they crowd your mower? Won't tell the so you don't behave in area because you love somebody so much. And even in the video I did, or today's power I did, or sharing my thoughts on the issue, I condemn the fact that Omatana was Obia Sama Waka Wabonti on social media. Now Obi by so betia. Nipa moi yakam wasam. Samo chairman see a friend Nipana Casa Messi. So I'm not my name, Oliver Cohen, nay Naya DMC. So I say, yes, I know Patrick. Maybe I somebody can maybe or can maybe yes, and drop for poor. Yes, I said, I told you, Nema, Basabasa found no, or Pacho. Whistleblower, or whistleblowing. But he didn't mean to impugn the integrity of Parliament. And why would you even waste everybody's time for somebody to come and sit there for hours before you decide to do anything? Oh, damn it. Before you decide, he's wasted everybody's time. That's why attention seeker. Yes, you are only a man attention. Because that's what he wanted. Anyway, a friend of his met him on the corridor when he was going out and said, why are you power? Oh, why are you? And if I come out tomorrow and say, Oliver Hadria, you come here and come and insult me. But Nipa no kind, they won't find anything wrong because me we are him. Because you about passed it to matem. Na be a young say, a Jumana may and Majai, and a Jumana may and a bema a bell bottom, na matchum one Majai, wouldn't why? Tinia Shepo, because you, some of you, no nonsense is to some. You won't pull me out of my job. I've done more than 20 years. And that same job, Mumu be to me friends, me peduma waha, Mumu be to me friends, me basku, Mumu be to me friend, and I beniska, and I boamoha, Mumu be the same people who insult you tomorrow. They will meet you outside and they say, take picture with me. Nipano odi watamo besa shiao. The same mo. No, and I make a Mumu. You are nobodies. Mumubi, me kwa America Mazia. Omu go Ghana for only. They omu pepe beshebe. Yani. Ebi awu gate na no kra unya honyina. Ebi awu unya honyina. My first traveling, it was John Dramani Mahama who gave me that open door to travel abroad. My car several times. The very first time. I walk to Jubilee. Sometimes even the secretary of Nanado doesn't know. Say, what friend me pose me mra ho. Enti shepo kotopum dede she ne wu. Why? Wu. If the only words you can choose to use on me, man woman, and you won't she because me fam ma ufi me nware wuni. I'm not married to your wuni. Then ware was so. So them say. Then ware was say. Na me no be twempra. Enti sabe munya jimi mumubi munya jimi no. Emwa. I will share my mind today, my thoughts tomorrow. Tomorrow next I'll do that. You won't silence anybody on radio or social media. Sabe mujimi no fan silence ye mubio. Me ma atrancho fantinis ma atrancho metso wacha me start say me adwuma we MPP aba NDC abese MPP aba and NDC aba me nyaye entinye nne e na wogimie say be wo de be ma me megyan it won't happen nti mu nyaye gimie no why e postu ya kire ya dwen ene. It was wrong for her to call somebody's husband silly child and for her to even notice no obekwa akopacho Obekwa say sorry for her to know, say she might be right in getting angry and frustrated by the minority appointment committee. i.e. minority for only be or minority. Sasa no mbetwini tan. Quite yeah, you will have little to say when it comes to even floor of parliament. Some kaso osimesi that we yem peneso in your report. Ne copy floor of parliament. Omoye county untumi nti there would not be even any need to the obet me any questions no. The obet me any question asa who question area untumi deny any pan because your numbers are few. Or they say Abdul we are watching from Nigeria. How are you? You want to invite who? Hope you will come to see your brother. Of course. I don't know where you invite me. Where, my dear? Solomon, also don't mind them. Let me mind them. Solomon, sometimes they be me. A bit Jimmy too much. And a bit more. I mean, say a bomb upon a mujimi. Minim. And a palo should do her 20, 50 Ghana. 100 Ghana, nipo ball, and so I say, Dim Quasia, some no Shiamia, or friend my sister. Or friend my sister, yeah, I didn't say, ye bay read you, any TV, Akasama mouthful. Naka by this time, who has a chance to crank San Germany and Kakanquasias by this time. Because, Omoete Parliament or Dodona, we will have Bebrina, Manisi Omo. If you have my classmate as an age. If you also me and penny force them. Oh, let me tell you, if you are me and penny force them. It is a way Jimmy after Jimmy a baby fat. Why? So we are there, only Yan San or Jumuna, Faco baby, because so would tears and no one tears here, as some no crown tears. So would ye, no one tears here, near trouble be all. Now, dear, no back cancer meditate won't tears. Because in my family, we are not hungry. We are not paupers. Look, we are not paupers. We are not hungry. I'm not a poor girl. In Yami, in Kanchro, in Yami, in Yami. If for nothing at all, dear, maybe we be a unibi. Onyen no, or be on room me quarter. Dear me, if you on room me quarter. What it was more, what to think of former and Triana, what to so jam dear me. What's the meaning of that? There, Jimmy, no. Now it's social media because some Sahana and did you tell former first lady when did you tell us the Wusu? Look, ask her. Ushiana yet, and why? Or a madam Ushiana Bisan, me come against me come at you. What can be near ya mecca and ya met the match and found only would be power here. As some now can, Sabin show my Yabeka. Sabi, since you soon more so to Mika. Sabi, and Nipano, yes, I'm not betting away from what did they mention? Me, I won't even support anybody who say the Casa identity, the position, will be a Casa be as a on the show, not Jumueha. Because she was fighting for a cause. But if you want to fight for a cause, ensure, yes, ensure share, ensure unify, ensure share, so make me a foul. Me, make me a can someone. Yachel, but men can't one quasia. Who could that you one about some account was that is me. Even in my way of letting her know this is wrong, and because of that, some people feel so more bad Juma position when you are not feel or the transfer of also an casa. You might give credence to some of these people who say so. Because affirmative action, but we are asking for everybody to make sure that 30% they are here. So you must all set an example, especially when you're appointed by John Dramani Mahama or whoever it is in any position. Set an example for other young ladies to follow. Way nebeshe, koleshe, na ojinaho no crack. The see I a mass am nebai. The alternate chain of betting koku yaya. But the engineer who ye was social media. Sabreno, Nadia Annoh Dompreh crying. Obi en try. Enti enu MPO, obi na edi adanse ene. But the appear ye ene the wote ye. Because it means that nipa no kra directed the your friend is saying micro minority to Annoh Dompreh because utie koku ya yira kra na. The man decided to go and say hello to Omaneboama. And no from nowhere. I command the there was so. I understand that. Said Shem Kokoye Betty, as if so were Michiano. You might not even know the history between the two of them. People are wouldn't. But the SNA bufu, Yenna be any abre, yeah, perverting it. Also, more Tremanso, Nipa Mono Tremanso are bonting, or attention seeker. Also, more Tremanso, Manso in Gamutin and Ra. Adena, a Monday, Adena more Tremanso in Tuesday, because in Pano, post no or yeah. In Tinka Monday, you could have done that. Why today? Which was yesterday. And Tibia Bufuaba, you could pass that comment. Who can minority? No, catch us. Are you talking to me? And also, if you like, walk away. Open crack on. Because where you are, you found yourself in Parliament. His grounds. You see how all the parliamentarians came together to say this is wrong? You see how all the parliamentarians, including the minority, all condemned that action. It wasn't like, it was the way, the reaction to the action that came. Yes, Bibi Uncle Papa and Jegrede. And okay, but I told you, Bibi Coca Papa Noa, baby, I'll bet Jegrede and who here. Never be any Jegrede or because baby or any baby, two Quadegreda, a be an uncle, yes, I'm out here, but not that's my full beauty. No beer will be before. And so be under normal circumstances. You probably wouldn't react that way. That is why I do, baby. Judges had to call, I remember, Sir John, late. Then they had to go and apologize in court that Beshi Nemane Casa. That's all I was trying to say. Think about what you say before you talk. Yenina to me from Yenina to me pa. But where you say it, Dr. Semfufro Kodina Kufu enim, it did nothing. When the security wanted to add, Kufu said, no, stop, allow him. That might not be the appropriate place. Because you can actually say what you want to say without the insult. You can share your thoughts without the insult. What did I say? You can share your thoughts without the insult. And to say, Makabi, people know no one and say, who feels I know that, who bet me at the watching home. Ya means me won't say. They are Miss Mitty, my fire was messy, also, what a fire. But oh, fire now, man, woman. Who is this man talking? Utrition. Utrition. Wouldn't know send a man. Wouldn't and a man. Wouldn't a man. What did they tell? Wouldn't and yes, a man now can answer. Such stupidity. Stupidity. It won't stop me from sharing my thoughts. There, you may and then, Miniwa, Madame Jayaduma, we are, or Chinamania for. And I am young. Ne. The Jayaduma, we are, Chinamania for. Believe you me. I won't even go asking for it. Me control letter. Me control letter. Me any application. I think that my first time I did that was time I made a judge access, and I'm going interview letter. Me started judge. Me co piece a attachment. Me we a father that since sitting on a juma. Oh yeah, the we juma. Stayed there for 8.5 years. Me free piece, and I'm called multimedia from producing and a bear me presenter. Me feel angel and a friend me. All them thing. Me free angel and a media general a friend. No less a person than the group CEO herself. It wasn't once, it wasn't twice. They had called me several times. This last time that I'm working there, it took her to come in for me to go there. And see, I'm not just a mere media person that you think you are insulting or hurting. Because my line of work, I will certainly step on your toes. Me social story. Me social program na me. Me tiwe me social program. Nye no bi na me. Sisi. Me social program na me. From the time I'm home TV show, I do political and social both. And in politics, you certainly speak against one policy or the other. By one person or the other. One policy or the other. How Nanado became a friend was when I spoke against his actions. That he realized, I know where this is going, how she's going, and how people are telling me this woman, watch out. Because how they treated Afoko was not too good. Former chairman of the MPP. I spoke one day, he sat and said, no, come, let me tell you why I want to be president. He didn't sit somewhere to insult me or get people. If those who decided to insult me, he realized that if you are doing the insult, it means that she's punching something that could hurt whatever the person is doing. So let me get closer to the person. Jenny, go and ask your security couples. Go and ask, how am I not a year bro? Maybe niatem. Menye say business definition. Or Jimmy for where Basia. It is about things that are happening that is not right, that I share my thoughts. And if there's any insult, I insult policies. I insult inefficiencies. I condemned her. I didn't even insult her. I condemned her. I didn't insult her. I condemned the action, not the person. And the paymaker, the news, Nana Yaa, he was saying, I answer every day. As oh yeah, a dear man, and I'm no. Me feeling ma, or baby, or your position be a maternity. Dear more thing. People who you think do not respect are my friends, because me, I have a way of speaking to people for you to like me. I'll go and check it out, Richard Mahama. I'll check it out, my dear. I'll check it out. And I can see. I said, why? Who is wearing an eye? Oh, what they are social media? Somehow even creating beef where there's no beef. They are creating beef. Look, when I pass a comment, oh, I didn't even mention anybody's name. Like, me year program, me more be a denom, the Akura for baby, Aqua wine, to me, my background issue. Me some unka, some grandfather, no to Cochiano, the abyss were trying. At the end of the day, we start to say, hey, my baby farm. Yeah, more your home, home, maintain fee, on Timmy fee. All them, and they must show. And I captain you, and I captain didn't I tell captain, not my heading, never be didn't be. Sana Apache. Say, you are creating it and making it look like he's beefing me. Now my baby beefing me. Now what the apple with Sikawa about it? Now may must say relationship. I'm matured. I don't do that. I've seen all that. I decided, even on my own show, people had the gravitas to call. If you don't know, and I've said it before, for the reason why I couldn't even work with Angel, I've said it before. It was like, I said, a fight for captain. I have my own beef with my brother. And for you, let me tell you, say, Ibia, or ye baby, Oba officer, or you come in, Oba near Jabonto, or can be been a yam that mean me no face or abundant. And I say, if there's anything that happens, let me no face. You dear, come on, you are torturing baby. That's how brothers and sisters act. What do I say? Because you cannot, won't mean Nancy send me a normal love for be been to me, be a bit messy. But if you are matured enough, you know how to handle it. That is how it should be. Even our for Madame Pemam, more Hokra. How much more colleagues, friends, are worried for cry? Moko, Mubia Mosai, Kabum Saremo. And Sabi if Namo Pemunya, maybe now, Munya. I won't give you that beef lo say I will copy usika e social media. I won't give you. And I'm more moody atem. You can keep on doing it. Moody dear one day na it's a teacher my baba I don't have time for that. I don't do social media finding like Momra they discover. Vanessa, ask yourself. I don't come and sit on TikTok for hours because I want gifts. I don't sit there for hours because I want gifts. I'm not hungry. Anytime I feel like going for breakfast, anywhere I do with my own money. Lunch, I travel anytime I feel like it. Makotwa mission no bi tinche no didi watam ye kurase no ntukwana there. That is a wa wakasa akra wonnim. You see, and that's the irony of it. They don't even know me. Because I can't say mental brofo. It's a shame. They don't even know me. Wow, wakasa wonnim. Because if you knew me, you wouldn't have even said that about me. Said maybe you could have seen them in ntukwana. You wouldn't say that, because if you go to my social media posts or call me Facebook, Instagram, you see a lot of pictures and videos about my travels. And then you won't see them to kind of who be there me the who be there in trade give me a mintra metra obediatem a be show a be call ho a be rewra obediatem message. You won't retire me when I don't want to, when I'm not ready to. I'll retire myself when I'm ready to. I'm done. Sule, don't worry about that. And I thank you anyway. Let me say thank you. Let me say thank you to you. Why? Don't worry. That no me you be the matem. You won't believe that me call Parliament. I'm a bomiti. And I'm a bomiti because of elections. And you will be a or say the on TV, not radio. She said no. Koboti. Call Parliament. Now, some people told me no. Don't change your identity. Me moti because obi kasa o ye man woman. Obi ti abroche kasa o ye man woman. Boat just to show and prove to people who you're bad. I was surprised. I was shocked. I'm like, hey. And today, oh no, yesterday, another woman called me and said, no, your short hair fits you. Don't allow anybody, anywhere, to make you change your hair. And more be my pressure, my own mood. I'm saying, me pressure. I do what I want to do. I do what I want to do. So far as my husband doesn't have a problem with it. So far as my husband doesn't have a problem with it. I don't please you. I please who chose me, loved me the way I am. Friends and loved ones. Big men. Big politicians. Who you think might be on your side. That if you are udi matema, if you are say benefit or more, call me and tell me don't mind this person. If you're missing, if you're they call me. Into Trasho, why? Name what? Trasho. What's it? Into why be a Trasho? Ombre, so I may because the oil and come coach. I love you too, Goofy. And come coach na come time. And come coach. We're doing CSS and watching you live from half. Got your book all there. And come coach na come time. We will keep doing and soldiering on. But then I want to know whether Captain Smart smoked something before. Oh, please. If you don't go there. I thought you'd be sleeping by now. Oh, we are that. And then many try be soon a squawk me. It's not practical.